Community. My name is Firefly, and I'm going to be bringing you guys a series of videos which will serve as map introductory videos for players who may not be accustomed to a lot of the maps we use in UGC. So on a weekly basis, I'll be going over the map, what are the different areas of the map, and talk a little bit about the strategy and metagame involved with those maps. As for myself, I am a old Highlander veteran. I started playing Highlander in Season 3 with Desolation Angels, which is the team that I took over for in Season 4, and I took a hiatus between Seasons 9 and 11, or 9 and 12, and I started back up last season, and this will be my second season back playing. So I've been playing a long time at the highest level, and I feel like I can bring you guys at least some depth of knowledge to these maps that you'll be encountering in UGC. And so this is the first week's map. This is Koth Pro Viaduct RC4 for week 1. And the man behind the camera is Doppel, another Highlander veteran, and just going to throw a quick shout out there for Doppel. Thanks for helping me do this. And we'll move right into the map. So this is a Koth map, so it's the whole objective of this map mode is to gain control of a middle point and hold that middle point for a total time of 3 minutes. So it's a kind of back and forth game mode. Spawns are on both sides, relatively close to the midpoint. As you can see, there's a spawn over here, and it doesn't take that long to get to the midpoint. So very short map, and very DM heavy, deathmatch heavy, lots of fighting. So for each side of the map, you have cliff, which is up here, and then you have house, or what we like to call China. Then you have kind of this left side over here, and I call this area sneaky, but there's some other rooms for it, or other names for it as well. So, three areas to go to the midpoint from, and it's the same on both sides. Perfectly symmetrical map, and I think that's all for the map. So we'll talk a little bit about the strategies involved and how you want to play this game mode. At the beginning, the goal is for the demo man on the team to get to mid as fast as possible. So the medic should overheal the demo man, make sure the demo can jump with the stickies to about here, and then get to mid faster with his sticky jumps. And the mid is basically controlled by two things. It's controlled by sticky spam from the demo and how well you can keep your demo alive, and also by the sniper and what the sniper is able to do. So the sniper is usually going to be up here on balcony or China and on cliff, trying to get picks on your team. So mid fights basically just get kills, get as many as you can, coordinate with your team, work with your spy and your jumping soldier, especially make sure that they are timing what they say. I'm jumping in 3, or I'll be on the medic in 3, or I'm going for the sniper now, something like that. And just try to frag and try to focus fire as best you can. The mids are often chaotic, and kills will be happening relatively quickly, especially the higher up you go and the higher the skill level of the players is, the faster you'll see people dying. So once that battle's over, each team needs to quickly assess whether or not we want to stay at the midpoint. Figure out, based on the players you have up, which classes you have up, if it's worth still fighting over mid 4. And that's at that point you decide whether or not to go forward and capture the point, or to retreat and charge your Uber or do whatever else. And usually I would say if you have your demo alive and your sniper alive, that's a pretty good indication that you should probably still be fighting for it. Otherwise, just look at the kill feed, make the call. If you're losing a lot of players, it should be a pretty quick call to get out of mid. Don't overcommit. Once that's done, it pretty much becomes an Uber game. an Uber and a pick game. Who can get more picks on the enemy medic, and who can use more Ubers. So if you're not in control of the point, you want to make sure that you're hiding your combo at least on cliffside, or if you're going to be on the left, make sure you're really far back, like probably around here, so that you can retreat into spawn. And just build up that Uber and have your team force the other medic. Have your demo and soldier coordinate bombs against the enemy medic. Have your soldier and spy work together against the enemy medic. Something to make the enemy medic pop Uber. And the most important thing to note here is when you don't have the point on a Koth map, your spawn timer is much, much shorter than the team who has the point captured. So if you don't have the point, you need to take advantage of that. You need to be willing to throw your life away. Be willing to be aggressive. You know, if you see your team hiding back here all the time and you don't have the point, you're going to lose. You need to be throwing bodies at the enemy medic and trying to force their Uber. Once that's done, then you take your own Uber in. You try to get your picks. You try to coordinate with your team. Again, this is a very DM-heavy map, very pick-heavy map. It's all based on who gets more Ubers. And I've played this map countless times, and I'll tell you, pretty much every scrim and match I've ever played, the team whose medic dies the least probably wins. It's just the way the map goes. If you have more Ubers, then you can have more control over the midpoint. If you have the point, the one thing you need to focus on is making sure that you have vision of the enemy team. So have people on the left here, have people watching main, and have people either on the cliff or watching right behind the cliff, so that you know where the enemy combo is coming from. Now, it's debatable whether or not you should try to go for frags if you have the point. The main idea is to keep control of the midpoint. And again, like I said earlier, since spawn times are shorter for the team that doesn't have the point, it is absolutely critical that if you have the point, you do not lose players. Every player you lose while you're trying to hold the point is bad, and it makes it harder for your team to hold it. So if you can keep the vision up, keep getting picks, and keeping your team members alive, that's how you'll win this map. And again, more than anything else, just having more Ubers and less medic deaths than the enemy team. That's my pretty general overview of Viaduct. I won't be going over all the specific class roles and where everyone should play and how the pyro or heavy or medic should play specifically. In these introductory map videos, I'll just do a brief overview of what the map looks like and what the strategies are involved with doing well on that map. So that's it for me. Trying to keep these videos short, and this is my first one, so hopefully with time I'll improve and have a better idea of what I want to say, and the feedback that you guys will give me will help a lot with that as well. So thank you very much, and a big shout out to Doppel again for doing the production on these videos.